some people have asked me to give more information out with respect to representation in CPS cases. So someone asked me earlier today, do you have any golden rules? And I say, yeah, I got about 5 golden rules that I tell everyone. So I want to tell you one of the golden rules before the next break. I tell people frequently, don't talk to the social worker unless, all right? Everybody keeps forgetting the unless part. Don't talk to the social worker unless your attorney is present in person or on the phone. A lot of times, I'm quoted by social workers as saying, Mr. Davis told the client not to speak to me. That's not accurate. It's a half-truth. Mr. Davis told the client, don't speak to the social worker unless Mr. Davis is present in person or on the phone. That's a big difference. Not that maybe it makes a difference to some judges. I don't think a lot of judges give it a lot of weight to what Mr. Davis said. Because, who's Mr. Davis? He's just an attorney, regular guy, representing people. So I'm not telling people don't cooperate with the social worker at all. Just, get your attorney there. Now, you're dealing with a government agent, right? So you have the right, constitutional right, to be represented by an attorney. I once did a civil lawsuit, and the social worker said something to me with her attorney present at a deposition about, we don't have to talk to your client if you insist on being present, and kind of using that against the client. And even the attorney acknowledged, look, you work for the government. If you want to talk to the client and Mr. Davis says don't do it unless he's there or on the phone, you can't do it. It's your right to have an attorney present when dealing with the government. I mean, who knows where these allegations can lead to? They can lead to losing your children permanently. They could lead to you being put in jail, right? So be careful out there, when you talk to people. The term lawyer up, that's what it means, lawyer up. Get an attorney, have them speak to you, speak to the social worker and present when you're being interviewed. Now, a lot of times what happens is clients say, well, I can't talk to you without Davis there. The social worker says, well, I can't talk to Davis. I need my attorney there. So we have, the 4-way meeting, the 4-way phone call. And that's just fine with me. I'm sure that the attorneys for the social worker and the social worker, him or herself, don't like that because that's not how they do business or how they would like to do business. But, you got to protect yourself. Who knows? Social worker can end up sitting in criminal court on the witness stand testifying, oh, yeah, I talked to the father and he said blah, 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 blah. And father tells me, of course, well, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to talk to the social worker. You guys have all seen the movies. You've all seen television. Don't talk to people in authority like police officers, FBI, sheriffs, and social workers unless your attorney is present. It will just delay it, by a few hours or even a day. I recently gave a police officer a call, and I said, well, what do you want to talk about? And the police officer told me, well, I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to talk to your client. And I said, well, unfortunately, officer, that's not going to happen. I'm professional about it, but the officer doesn't have a right to speak to you. Social worker doesn't have a right to speak to you. They have to get a warrant if they want to talk to you at the beginning of the case. All right? So keep that in mind. That's one of my tips. Don't talk to the social worker unless the attorney is present on the phone or in person. All right? We're going to take another break, and we'll be coming back with more calls, more stories, more questions. This is The Secret, How to Fight Child Protective Services and Win.